Take me out to California. Take me out.
Hi everyone and welcome to this channel. On my channel I talk about positive mindset in a very straight talking kind of way, and I also share with you some of my family life as a mum of two young girls. I share that kind of stuff as well. If you like what I am sharing, if you like this video, then do drop me a thumb, drop me a subscribe and click the bell so that you get notified when I'm going to be doing videos. They're pretty ad hoc on here. I do them when I can, so click the bell so you definitely know that you are going to see those videos, and if you like the videos then that will be useful to you. On today's show, are we calling it a show? Today's video, show. Can we call it a show? Maybe we can call it a show. I think we can. Okay, so today we are talking about happiness. And largely that is kind of what I'm talking about. But I want to talk about how happiness and you feeling happy, whatever that means to you, however that manifests itself in your world, your happiness is your responsibility. And sometimes that is a hard pill to swallow, because we feel the society that we live in teaches us to feel happy when we have that thing, when we do that thing, when we achieve that thing, when we have that person in our lives. And the truth is that we will never really truly be happy until we can generate that happiness regardless of the circumstances outside of us. Bear with me, let me explain all of that waffle. So life's going to happen to you, okay? Life is going to chuck some stuff in your direction that is going to shock you. People are going to die, people are going to get sick, you are going to lose that job, that relationship that you thought would last forever isn't going to. People are going to cheat on you, friends are going to betray you in some way. That is going to happen, and it's going to be difficult at times, and there are going to be many things in your life that you can't control, you don't have any control over, and they're just going to happen around you. It's not just you, it's all of us. In varying degrees, all of us will experience some form of pain. There is 0 point comparing your pain to another person's, and they've had it this bad and you've had it this bad. There's just no point. There's no top trumps on sadness. If something makes you feel sad, then it makes you feel sad. And regardless of what that thing is, it makes you feel rubbish. It doesn't really matter. But these are things that are happening outside of you. The stuff that you do and you can control, then control it, sort that out. But there are things around you that you can't control. But the one thing that you can control when all of that stuff is going on is that you can control your reaction to it. And it is your responsibility to do that. And it's so important that we realize that it is our responsibility, and that it is us that controls how our life is going to go. Lots of people ask me, my husband, for those of you that are new to this channel, my husband died 2 years ago of brain cancer, and all of that stuff was out of my control. It felt out of control. It still does sometimes, you know. I'm in early stages of grief, I guess, whatever that means, whatever that process is, and that is out of my control. That is something that I cannot control. And during all of it, people will, I guess, think that dealing with that is just so difficult. Like, people will look at me and they will think, how is she doing that? And truly and honestly, through all of that stuff that went on, and there was stuff that happened before that as well, a lot of it health related, through all of that, the one thing that was important to me was that I knew that I would generate my own happiness, that it was my decision whether I was happy, even with the stuff that was going on outside of me, that I would decide I would be happy. And how I did that and how I do that varies day to day. How do we make ourselves feel good in that moment? Whether that be, you know, being around people that make us feel good, going outdoors, moving our bodies, exercising, eating good food, laughing, watching comedies and on Netflix, whatever it is that makes you feel good in that moment, then doing that. And I have become ruthless in protecting my happiness, in protecting my own mindset, in putting boundaries there when something doesn't make me feel good, and appreciating that when I'm in that funk, when I'm not feeling good, that the only person that is going to pull me out of that is me. People will support, of course people will. You know, we often have great people around us. But the reality for us is that really nobody can do it for us. You know, and I say the same things to my young daughters. My daughters are 8 and 6, and of course they're going through things as well. And I say the same thing to them. I would love to be able to take away their pain. I would love to be able to take away the pain that you're going through right now. But I can't. Nobody can. Only you. You are the person that can unlock that. Now that doesn't mean that it's easy. Okay, so you might be in the midst of it right now and you're watching this video and you're going, yeah, but I'm in it and I can't do anything about it. This is just how it is. And you are telling that story to yourself. But I'm telling you now, this beginning bit where it's really tough, the bit where you've got to like climb out of that like ditch that you are in, that's the hardest bit. Okay, that decision to do something, to go and learn some skills that might have to watch videos like this where we talk about this stuff and I get real with you, or whatever else it is. Go on a retreat, go and do something. When you got to do something, when you've got to take a stand, when you've got to hold your hands up and say, I'm not feeling great, I am struggling right now and I need help, I need some space, I need somebody to help me with this, whatever it is you need to do. That beginning bit when you're clambering out of that ditch, that's the toughest bit. But once you've started to get some momentum, once you've started to do things, you keep going and you keep going and you get onto this positive momentum and you can pull yourself out of it. That beginning bit's the tough bit. You know, I heard it described, I think it was in the book, the 7 something, I can't even think of the name of it, hang on, of effective people, should totally know what this was, but anyway, I was listening to a book about the 7, oh god, it's going to bother me that now, I'm going to put it on the screen afterwards. Anyway, the 7 habits. Yes, the 7 habits of highly effective people. That's the book. And in that, he describes a similar thing in when they sent a rocket up to land on the moon. The power that it takes, that beginning bit, to lift it out of the Earth's atmosphere is where they need the most power. But once you're up there, it doesn't need that much anymore. And it's very simplistic terms the way I've just described it. In the book it's much more poetic and lovely, but the point of it is the same. In order for us to drag ourselves out of the tough stuff, we need to give big momentum, big push. We need to do something. Okay, once we are there, we can coast and we can keep on things, and that's what I do. So when people say, you know, when people will look at me, and people do, and if you're new to this channel you're probably like, what? But watch my other videos and maybe you will get an understanding, because I get why people will look at me and go, how is she coping with stuff? I get that. But what I want to say is that over the course of however many years, I pushed myself out of those ditches, of those lulls, and I have continued to top up. You know, I do the work that I talk about on this channel. I wake up and I try to feel grateful for the things that I have. I focus my attention on the things that make me feel good. When I'm moaning, when I'm having a whinge, I snap myself out of it, because I know that it's my responsibility to do that. Not only for myself, but for the energy that I'm putting out in the world. And I take that seriously, because when you're walking around with a negative energy and you're moaning and you're groaning and you're bringing people down. In fact, today I've been around somebody who was a bit like that, and it was draining and tiring, and they don't mean it, and it's not their fault, but it's draining to be around. And when we are that person, we have to take responsibility for that mood, for that energy that we are bringing into the room, into the space. So I take that seriously, but I continue to top up. So what I'm saying is if you do the work now and you give yourself that push, and it'll be tough, it'll be hard, and it will challenge you constantly, and especially when you're going through something and things outside of you aren't working out, it will really challenge you. But when you climb out of that, and all you got to do is keep topping up, once you keep on that and you do the work and you keep on it, because it's about habits, it is about creating new habits. When you do that, your life will change for the better. Okay, And happiness, you know, happiness, contentedness, whatever it is we are striving for, I really truly have taught myself to understand that it comes in the simplest of forms. It is find beauty in the mundane. It's those tiny moments that are the most important for us, those moments of calm. But it's about training our brains to look for that and recognizing that it is damn well our responsibility to do that. And that you can watch these videos, and I genuinely care that you get something from these videos, and that the stuff that I put out on Instagram and LinkedIn and everywhere else that I do stuff, and Facebook, I want you to get stuff from that. But I appreciate, as a life coach, which is kind of the thing that it goes under, even though I don't really call myself that very often, my job isn't to drag you, even though I sometimes jokingly say that I will. My job is to get you to think and to challenge yourself, and hopefully unlock something in yourself where you recognize that, yep, we're here this much time, and it's our responsibility to make it a good time and to make it feel good to us, whatever that means to you. So I know this is a long-winded explanation, but my point is, if you aren't feeling good right now, you can ask for help. You can be around people that make you feel good, and so definitely try to surround yourself with those people. But equally, you've got to know in your core that, one, there are better days out there, because nothing stays the same forever. And two, it's you that's going to pull you out of this. It's you. And you might be scared, and you might feel worried about that, and you might have no clue where to start right now. But you can do it, and you are way stronger than you know. You've already got through some stuff. You are already in the midst of stuff. And regardless of the reason for that or why you feel like that, you are brave. You are. And you're way stronger than you realize. So if you need to hear this today, and you are feeling at your, wit's end, you are at the point where you are like, I don't know what to do. I'm telling you now, you've got to dig deep inside, and you've got to tell yourself that you are going to come through the other side of this bit. You're going to drag yourself out of that ditch, that lull, and when you do, things are going to be brighter. And do you know why? I can say that with such certainty, because you're going to make it happen. You're the one that knows what you want. You're the one that knows what makes you feel good, and you are going to start walking towards that. And some days you'll have to crawl. Some days it'll be hard. Some days you'll have to get back into bed for a bit and watch Netflix and eat chocolate first, but you're going to keep walking forward. And when you do that, and you never give up, and you just keep walking forwards, only good things happen. I've seen it with my own life, and I've seen it with other people's. So I believe that you can do this. I hope that you got something from this video today, and I will endeavour to keep posting videos, because you guys message me and you tell me that it is useful. So I will. Please do comment below and let me know how you're getting on, and anything that you would like me to do videos on, because it does matter that I do them for you and that you like them. And I look forward to hearing from you. If you don't know about my workshops, I do workshops in the UK called the Happy Me Project workshops, and I also have an online course which I will post below for all of you that are further afield and want to do my 21-day online course, the Happy Me Project Online. I look forward to seeing lots of you in there as well, and across my social media. Peace out.
Take me out to California.